Good morning and welcome to Miss Leesme's math video. Today we're going to talk about the percent of a whole number. We've talked about how we can find the decimal of a whole number, and we've talked about how we can find the fraction of a whole number. And anytime we see the word of, if my pen will work, here we go. When we see the word of, it means we're going to do some multiplication. So go ahead and write your title down, percentage of a whole number. This is not just a hashtag, this is a number sign. I can statement, which we haven't had in a while, but I can find percentage of a whole number. So we're going to say that you want to buy some new music. The total for all of the songs that you've chosen is $18. You have two different offers for a discount. You can only use one of them. One is a coupon for $8 off. Notice a dollar sign in front of the number because that's how we write $8. The other offer is for 45% off. So we need to find out which one is a better purchase. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back through our problem and highlight, I'm going to circle, our important number words. So we have our numbers. We have it costs $18. We have that it's $8 here and 45% here. Then we're going to box our important math words. So this is an important math word, discount. Here's another one, off, and here's another one, off. The reason these are important math words is because it's going to tell how much discount or how much money is going to be taken off. So we can see here, if we just have the coupon for $8 off, we have our $18. If I want to take $8 off of that, I'm simply going to subtract $8. My stylus is not wanting to make beautiful numbers. So if I have 18 minus 8, I'm going to spend $10 on this music. All right, so this one's more of a simple subtraction problem for this $8 off. So we're done with that one. But the one we need to see, is this going to be a better deal, is this 45% off. We have done, like I said, fractions of a number. We have done decimals of a number. But we have never done percents of a number. So when we see the word of, we automatically should know that it means multiplication. Of is multiplication. But we have never been shown how to do a percentage times a number. Percentage is tough because we don't know it's a percentage of what. So we're going to take this percentage and we're going to put it into a decimal form. Well, we talked about how the decimal is hanging out right here. It's going to move 2 spots, and we're going to end up with 0.45, or 45 hundredths, because percent's out of 100. So now we have a problem that looks like this. So we started with 45% of $18. We changed the of to a times sign. The 18 stayed the same. And then we took the percent and we made it a decimal. And then we can actually do the work. So we're going to, I need my pen. We're going to line up our numbers, 18 times 0.45. Because there are two numbers down at the bottom, I'm going to have 2 lines of work. All of my first line of work is going to be my 5. Then my second line is going to be from my 4. So let's get this started. 8 times 5 is 40. You should be writing this down in your notebook. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Now I'm all done with that 5. I drop my 0 down. 4 times 8, because now we're dealing with the 4. 4 times 8, 32. I've already used this 4, so 4 times 1 is 4 times 3, plus 3. And then we have to add those two together. Then we finally come back and we say, hey, here's that decimal. I have two numbers behind it, so it's going to start here, and it's going to go 1, 2. So my final answer is 8, 10. Well, we have to go back to the first question. We already knew that the $18 take away the $8 left them with $10. Boom, boom. But then when we did our 45% discount, we got $8.10. A discount means that we're going to take that money off of the original price. Well, this one was $8 off. This one was $8.10 off. So which one is the better deal? A dime is a dime, and so 45% off of your music would be a better deal. Let's try this out with something else. How about 43% of $3.50? So the first thing that we do is we get this percentage to a decimal, move the decimal 2 spots, and now we have 4.43 times $3.50. Remember that of becomes that time sign, and we multiply. There are two numbers on the bottom number in this one, so we're going to have two lines of work. 3 times 0, 3 times 5, 3 times 3, plus 1. Drop a 0 down. 4 times 0, 4 times 5, 4 times 3. You should be writing this down. Now we plus. And how many numbers are behind the decimal? We look. 1, 2. We move it 1, 2 times. So my answer is 150.9. That is 43% of $3.50. Let's try this one. 5% of 46. Our decimal is hanging out here. We move it 2 spots, but there's nothing there, so we need to add a 0. Of means times, and 46, and then we do our math. There are two numbers that are behind the decimal here, so there will be two lines of work. 6 times 5, 5 times 4, plus 3. Drop a 0, 0 times 6, 0 times 4, and count your decimal. 1, 2, 1, 2. So 5% of 46 is 2.3. Okay, try it again. The of becomes times. We move our decimal twice. On this one, you should make a prediction. If percentage is always out of 100, if you're trying to say 12% of 100, you're going to get 12 because percentage is always out of 100. Let's check our work. 100 times 0.12, 0, 0, 2, drop down a 0, 0, 0, 1. When I add it up, I ran out of room, so I'm going to come over here. And then I have to put my decimal in. There's two numbers behind the decimal, so I move it twice. 1, 2. And I get an answer of 12. 12% of 100 is 12. All right. Jackson High School Band sells programs at the state fair. They receive 15% of the total amount sold. The band sold $3,500 worth of programs. How much money did they receive? Our important numbers are 15, and 3,500. And then I see the word of. That's a pretty important math term, which means I'm going to do some sort of multiplying. So I want to know what 15% of 3,500 is going to be. So I move my decimal, times it by 3,500. I'm going to have two numbers on the bottom, so I will have two rows of answers. 5 times 0, 5 times 0, 5 times 5, 5 times 3, plus 2, 1 times 0, 1 times 0, 1 times 5, 1 times 3. Bam, bam, adding, adding. Now we look at how many numbers are behind the decimal. 1, 2. Move twice. 1, 2. So the band got $525. All right. That's the end of our video. Make sure that you have all of this written in your notebook. If you do not, you will get minus points. You should have it all written down so that somebody can read it. If you have not done that so far, go back and watch my video again and get the things written down that you need to. You will have an assignment today. The assignment's going to be a worksheet 16-4. If you finish before the end of your rotation, go ahead and grab that worksheet and start working on the reteaching side. Happy mathing!